Hello everyone, in our previous video we saw how to update the variables and how to use the variables inside the blocks. In today's video we will see a very important concept called if statements in Python. So why this if statements is very important? Because in our day-to-day life we will face many conditional problems. So what is conditional problem is, let's take an example. We have a car and an obstacle here, so we have to move the car forward until when the distance between the car and the obstacle is less than or equal to 2. If the distance between the car and the obstacle is less than or equal to 2, then we have to stop the car. So what is condition here? The condition is when the car is less than or equal to 2, car and the distance between the car and the obstacle is less than or equal to 2. And what is the response we have to do? The response we have to do is we have to stop the car. So you know how to do this in block coding, so we'll see how we should do it in Python. So I'm going to the Python editor. So first of all we have to see the syntax of the if statement, right? So the syntax of the if statement is if condition colon response. The main thing here is the indentation. If you don't indent here, then you will get an error. And this if condition and this response must be in next line. So this is the syntax of the if statement. Now we will see two examples for this if statement. One mathematical example and one example related to block coding. So let's take a problem of finding a number is even or odd. So let's take a number here. How we can take a number? We are declaring a variable number equal to, let's say, 4. So we should check whether the number is even. If it is even, print even. That is our task. So how we will check whether a number is even? So we know that when we divide even numbers by 2, then we'll get a remainder 0. So this is the operation we are going to do here. So if number, this percentage symbol is known as modulo operator. In Python, this modulo operator, what it will do is, it will give the remainder when a number is divided by another number. It will give the remainder of it. So if number modulo operator 2 means it will give the answer when it will give the remainder when the number is divided by 2. So equal to 0. Why 2 equal to here? As you can see here, we got only single equal to, but in here we got 2 equal to. So in normal mathematical and in programming languages, this is the difference. So here what we are doing is, we are announcing that this number variable as a value of 4. So we are putting single equal to, we are assigning this is called as assignment operator. This single equal to is known as assignment operator. We are assigning the value 4 to the number variable, but here we are not assigning, we are comparing whether this number modulo operator 2 is equal to 0 or not. So for comparing, we will do double equal to. So this is the difference. You should be very careful while handling this. So we made the condition. So what we should do? We should print even. So this is the response. So let's run and see. As you can see, we got even here. So what will happen if we put 5 here? As you can see, the code execution is completed, but we didn't get the error. We didn't get the output also. Why? Because our program executed successfully without any error, but the number is odd. That's why this if condition didn't even execute this print. So this is how this if condition works. So let's see an example related to block coding. We'll take that car obstacle example itself. So first we have to declare a variable. I am declaring something like distance between. This distance between is the distance between the car and the obstacle. Let's say 5. At starting we'll keep it 5. So if what is the condition? The condition is distance between this variable when it is less than or equal to 2. This is the condition. What is the response? Response is we must stop the car. So let's run and see. As you can see, we didn't get any output. Why? Because the car is still moving forward only, because the distance between the car and the obstacle is not less than or equal to 2. That's why the car still moves forward. But if you put 1 here, then as you can see, we got the output stop. So the distance between the car and the obstacle here is 1. So the car must stop now. That's why stop is executed. So the most important thing you must take care is you should put indentation here. If we didn't put indentation here, you can see indentation error. So this thing we must take care very importantly. And so that's it for today's video. In next video we'll see a extension of this concept called else statement and else if statement. So what all things we learned today? We learned what is if statement, why it is very important, and how what is the syntax of if statement, how to define the if statement, and what all things we must take care while using if statement. Thank you.